Welcome back to another sunny athletic everyday, day number 113. So today's workout was focused around full maximum approach or maximum height vertical jumps. I'm a little bit wary when I say maximum approach because with the inability that I have to get a decent amount extra height off of a max approach, I might as well just do like a 2 or 3 step approach. It's not even funny, guys. Like, it's kind of shameful. I genuinely only jump like 2 inches higher if I get the most distance to run up versus if I just do a 3 step approach. Something that I need to work on, and I think it's a technique thing and ingraining those neural pathways into my nervous system. Because when something like that happens, I think one component of it is, you're not very elastic. You don't have the elasticity to be able to absorb force and then utilize the stretch shortening cycle, utilize the elastic properties of your muscles and tendons to kind of bounce off of the floor. There is that side of it, but I think there is also my technique. I've noticed from watching back a couple of the videos, which you'll see in a minute, and I'll talk about them in a minute when the videos come through, when I do the jump session, that when I do my block and plant step, so say for example I'm doing a left-right, my block foot is my left foot, and then my plant foot is my right foot. I've learned the names for the, the different steps now. When you do those last 2 steps, or the last 2 block and plant steps, my feet are so close together. And then going back and then looking at more, jumpers who can jump higher. So I was looking at Jordan Kilgannon, Isaiah Rivera, Remix, all of these dunkers who have, they're relatively short, sort of 6'2" and under, but have obviously ridiculously high vertical jumps, and they are all 2-foot jumpers. They all jump high off of 2 feet, higher than they would off of 1 feet, which means they're somewhat similar to me in that, obviously, well, they probably jump higher off of 1 foot than I do off of 2 feet, but we won't talk about that. But the point is that I think I have a lot more in common with those people because they are 2-foot jumpers and I'm a 2-foot jumper. And when I look at their full approach mechanics, they're able to almost create this kind of like triangular shape with their legs. So obviously if you look at the base of the floor as kind of being like obviously the bottom half of the triangle, and then one leg as being the vertical part of the triangle, and then the other leg being that slanting leg. So the vertical leg would be the block step, and then the diagonal leg would be the plant foot. So being able to create that sort of triangular shape, it almost creates a very, very immense horizontal braking force. When you put that plant step in and you can get that angle just right with your leg, it really, really enables you to transfer a lot of your horizontal force, or a very significant amount of your horizontal force, and turn that into vertical force. Something that I'm really struggling with, because obviously the faster you come in on your approach and the longer your approach is, the more you have to be able to produce that braking force. And where I said previously that my feet do not create that triangular shape, my feet are too close together. When I'm doing my block step and my plant step, my base is too narrow. So I'm trying to basically convert all of the speed that I'm creating by running up to the rim, but I'm not able to transfer that speed into vertical acceleration by having my feet too close together. So I feel like my body is not allowing me, because it doesn't feel like it's on balance, and I'm not able to make the most of my full approach and make the most of the strength in my legs. Because when it comes down to it, I am really not that much weaker than a lot of these jumpers. They do have kind of similar range of strength with their back squats, their deadlifts, their power cleans. So it does make me wonder, do I really need to get stronger or increase the amount of force that I can put into the ground? Or do I need to work on technique and elasticity in order to be able to reduce the amount of time that it takes me to put that force into the ground, and improve the angles at which my body is able to produce that force, and the ranges of motion that I'm able to produce that force? That seems to me like the smarter option. And I think after this phase of the program, I am going to make my lifting take a back seat. And really, obviously, I will be building strength in this phase of the program, and that'll be nice. But after this 5 weeks, I think I'm going to have to reassess what I put in the second half of the program, the next 5 weeks, where I really am just focusing on, unloaded, powerful, explosive athletic movements, more sprinting, more jumping, especially jumping, and working on jump technique. And then really just making sure that the strength training or the power training that I do with the barbell is extremely non-disruptive. It's accompanying and it's complementing what I'm doing with my unloaded athletic human movements, and really make sure that it's not hindering them whatsoever. So yeah, that was kind of my thinking in this workout. Really need to do something about this kind of gap that I have in the strength level that I have and the ability that I have to apply that strength in under 0.2 seconds, because you can have all the strength in the world, but if you can't do it quickly, then you can't jump high. Anyway, that's it for me, and I'll catch you in the next one.